my friend Zen will be here soon. Today I want to give you 5 tips for beginner Genshin players. Don't worry about building your characters at low AR, you will have plenty of time to build them. And don't build your characters until AR 45 because at that AR you will have a chance of getting 5-star artifacts. And till then, you can use the artifacts that are given you by quests or chests. Let's see how random domain. As you can see, at Loya, the artifacts that you get from the maze are 2-star, 3-star, sometimes 4-star. But at a higher AR with a higher level, you can get even 5-star artifacts that could be pretty good. But until then, you have enough time if you just started playing Genshin. And some of the 4-star or 3-star artifacts are enough for your playthrough. As you can see, I have like this flower. It's pretty good, but it's from a domain. Some of the 4-star artifacts can be good, but some of them will be just trash. And you don't have to worry about getting a lot of artifacts because there's really no need. Also, if you want to start playing Genshin Impact and you're afraid of doing the wrong choice, when choosing between Aether and Lumine, you don't have to be afraid, and that's because there's little to no differences between them, and you don't have to really worry about choosing them between them. There's just a bit of time to choose between them, and if you really want to get the best of your choice, you should know that Aether is slightly a bit faster than Lumine is. I have Lumine, but Aether, while he's a bit faster, Lumine deals a bit more damage while charge attacking. And yeah, they are really good for starting playing Genshin Impact, and you don't really have to worry about choosing between them. And there's one more difference. While Lumine is a star, as you can see, Aether is a moon. And if you want to know more about them, you can just go for the Archon quests. I didn't complete mine. I'm on the last act of the last chapter. So yeah, I don't want to give spoilers, but this is a great game. I highly recommend it if you want to know my opinion. And don't worry, there's a lot of content in this game, so feel free to install it on mobile, on your console, or on your PC, on your laptop, tablet, and just play the game as it is. The last 2 tips are a bit about optimizing the process of building your characters. If you want to build a lot of characters really fast, you should focus on these 3 things. Firstly, you should start by collecting the boss drops for those characters, and for example, dandelions. If you have Ila for the lamb grasses, these mushrooms, for Klee, for example, Barbara, for Hitalis the silk flowers, for Sai the crystal marrows, for Aether the sakura blooms, for Alhaidam the purpose, lotuses for Tanari, scarabs for Sina, etc. You should focus on collecting those to ascend them to like the 5th ascension, maybe 4th. And if you're like in really early game, you should focus on really getting a lot of these local specialties for your characters. And spend your resin on farming these bosses. Use co-op, feel free. At IR 16, you can unlock co-op. These drops are from enemies on the world, like whopper flowers, slimes. These are bosses, and like Chichen mages, Abyss mages, Fatui agents, even these, Buff Michelle Bishops, Primordial Constructs, these, and Whopper Flowers, Hilichur Shitters, Hilichurs, Samachurs, Slimes, Treasure Hoarders, these Nabishis, Spectres, Aramides, and Fungus heads. And Fungus heads. It's really easy to collect drops from them, and don't worry about it, you just have to farm a lot of these in the early game so you have easier when you hit like higher AR. This, for example, on Hotel, these agates, like silvers, agate fragments, agate chunks, and agate gemstones are not that hard to get. You just have to beat a lot of bosses that can drop them. For example, Pyro Red is fine, Pyro Hypostasis. But there are different bosses that drop these Pyro ones. Of course, there's the Pyro Red is fine, Pyro Hypostasis. This one doesn't drop it. This one, of course, doesn't drop it. This one, of course, doesn't drop it. Wait. This one, Primordial Bishop. It drops almost all of these. It can drop Geo, Electro, Cryo, Pyro, and Hydro. It doesn't drop Dendro. And I could be wrong. Wait. I don't know. And it doesn't drop one more. But I don't know. I forgot. Sorry. And yeah. You should focus on the artifacts when you're really far into the game. So yeah, don't worry about the artifacts for now when you're in the early game. These stats will show a lot. 5% crit rate, 50% crit damage. And if you want to build your characters, you should really focus on the crit rate and crit damage for your main DPSs. For shielders like Zhongli or no, focus on defense for Noel and focus on HP for Zhongli. The last tip is about how to like choose your teams. So you should really consider using these elements on the early game. You should really put Hydra, Dendro, and Electro on your team. And maybe a Shielder.
Sure.
This would be my team for Hyperbloom. But you can use Barbara, of course, Instead of the Hida, the
Just
Genshin
roll the
Impact
number
will
crafts this
work
time.
as fine. And you can use Cookie
What'd they do this time?
instead of Kitching or Raidan. Instead of Junli, you can use Noel.
Oh, how exciting!
This is your free spot. You can put anyone you like. You can put someone for resonance,
Trinity, where's Ranger Toy? Recording.
Kali, or you can put Fish.
The rest of your fame lie in my hands.
Lisa, you can swap Lisa with Cookie, so it will be completely free to play. And you can also do a team with Barbara and any Electro character that is not a Claymore. Channel wouldn't want.
Can't see.
You can use Lara,
Let's go for a walk then.
Let me double check our equipment. Alright. Everything's ready.
and you can throw
May knowledge guide you.
but swap the Mika or swap Delilah with Diona. Diona is really good in the early game. She's an awesome healer and an awesome shielder. I personally don't use her because I have a shielder, I have a healer, so I don't need her. But this is called a perma-freeze comp for free-to-plays. If you're not a free-to-play, you can use Ayaka or Shenhe for this perma-freeze and Kokomi as your Hydro. Now let's talk about the resonances. The Hydro resonance is giving like effects that will buff your team. And to get a resonance, you have to get 2 characters with the same element. Well, I'll just do this with the same element, or all of them with unique elements. So, firstly, let's start with Pyro. The Pyro resonance is called Ferment Flames, and all the enemies that are affected by Cryo for 40 less time are affected by Cryo for 40% less time, and it increases attack by 25. The Hydro resonance is called Shooting Water, and the enemies are affected by Pyro for 40% less time, and it increases max HP by 25%. The Animal resonance is called Imperious Winds. It decreases stamina consumption by 15% and increases movement speed by 10% and shortens skill cooldown by 5%. The Electro resonance is called High Voltage, and the enemies are... Wait, I was talking wrong. Or was I? It's either the enemies are affected by Hydro for 40 less time, or we are affected by Hydro for 40 less time. And I think the second one is right. I'm sorry. I'm like filming for the first time in my entire life. Okay, so the high voltage gives us that we're affected by Hydro for 40% less time, and the reactions Superconduit, Overloaded, Electric Charge, Quicken, Aggravate, or Hyper Boom have 100% chance to generate an electro elemental particle, and this skill is on cooldown by 5%. Dendrolan is the longest one, and it's called Sprawling Ginnery. Elemental Mastery is increased by 50% by 50, and after triggering Burning, Quicken, or Bloom, which are the reactions that Dendro can do, all nearby party members gain 30 elemental mastery for 6 seconds. After triggering Aggravate, Spread, Hyper Bloom, or Burn Drone reactions, which are the stronger versions of the last ones, reactions with Dendro, all nearby party members gain 20 elemental mastery for 6 seconds. The durations of the aforementioned effects will be counted independently. Okay, so the Cryo resonance is called Shattering Eyes, and we're affected by Electro for 40% less time, and it increases crit rate against opponents that are frozen or affected by Cryo by 40%, 15%. The G resonance is called Enduring Rock. It increases shield strength by 15%. Additionally, characters protected by a shield will have the following special characteristics. Damage dealt increased by 15%. Dealing damage to enemies will increase their gear resistance by 20% for 15 seconds. And any 4 unique elements resonance is called Protective Canopy, and all elements resistance is increased by 15%, and the physical resistance is increased also by 15%. I hope these tips helped you with your Genshin gameplay. I think we'll throw some more videos soon. Well, on Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. So feel free to like or subscribe if you want to see more. And I will see you guys next time when we'll record.